Hey everybody, welcome to week 5. Okay, week 5 is the week that I think a lot of you have been waiting for. This is the week on Excel. Now, some of you have been waiting for it because you said at the beginning of the term, or maybe in your week 3 check-in, "Oh, I'm really excited about learning about Excel. I don't know much about it, but I know I could use it on the job." Others of you are kind of waiting, but maybe waiting with trepidation or anxiety because you say, "Well, I know Microsoft Office, but that Excel stuff looks way too advanced for me." Okay, well, you're going to find that Excel isn't as advanced as you think, but at the same time, you can do a massive amount of different things in Excel. Excel is very, very functional. It's user friendly. It takes some time, but it is pretty user friendly. But you're going to find quickly that there are so many different things you can do in Excel. So, Excel is Microsoft's spreadsheet software. Okay, this is their spreadsheet program. So, what's a spreadsheet? Well, you're going to open up Excel and you're going to see that there's this grid like pattern that you're met with. And they seem to be rows and columns and they're numbered or they're lettered. And so somehow, some way, you're able to kind of plot information or data on this spreadsheet. Yeah, in a very, very basic sense, and probably the most basic sense, that's what you do with a spreadsheet. Okay, you can think about it like an old school ledger that maybe an accountant had, or a grade book. If you're very, like me or older, maybe when you were in elementary school, you had a teacher who had a grade book, and she opened it up and she would write the little. Okay, same kind of thing. So Excel really is an electronic version of that, where you can plot information. And so a spreadsheet does that. It collects, organizes, and presents large amounts of information, data, for its user. Now, this can be in the form of numbers, right? It's going to be in the form of dollar amounts or percentages or something. It doesn't have to be, though. You can use um, lists of different words of like a school roster, stuff like that, all sorts of things. The point of Excel is to be able to easily collect and organize that information in a spreadsheet. And you're going to find in the lecture that there is so much you can do. There's all these little tips and tricks that you're going to find. And by the way, we're just scratching the surface with the lecture. You're going to want to go deeper on your own. But you're going to be able to find that you can do things like take information and then chart it and put it in some sort of pie chart or a bar chart or a line chart. We're going to be doing that, in fact, this week in one of our assignments. But you'll be able to do mathematical functions and formulas, right? Adding, subtracting, taking averages, all sorts of things like that you can do in Excel. So Excel has the ability to collect information. It has a massively powerful calculator that you can actually add to as well, and a bunch of other things as well. Things to kind of present the data in kind of a nice visual fashion, a chart or a graph or something like that. So take your time going through the lecture and know that you can go through it multiple times. Okay. You get to week 7, you can go back to week 5 and go through it again. I mean, there's a lot that you're going to be able to learn about. You're probably not going to be able to learn about every single thing in one quick pass through the lecture. So take your time there. So what are we going to be doing this week? Well, there is an Excel assessment. And basically, it is putting data into a table, and then from that table, generating a couple of charts. It's actually kind of fun. You're going to learn that that kind of thing in Excel is quite easy, in fact. Just takes a little bit of time, takes some patience, and it takes a real keen eye for directions and instructions. But it can be fun. We're also going to be doing a reflection, and the reflection on Excel, surprise, surprise, in which you're going to talk about some of the uses for Excel in your own life or on the job, in your future career. So there's going to be a lot of Excel specific stuff. I think you're going to find it valuable. Even if you know how to use Excel now, you're going to learn things in the lecture that will take you to that next level. And if you don't know anything about Excel, you're going to start here and you're going to learn a heck of a lot about it in the coming days. So take your time going through the lecture. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to do another video that I will put in the discussion board this week, because we're going to do another option where you have 3 choices, and there's some really interesting ones there. We're going to talk about Excel. We're going to talk about emerging technology and automation, and we're also going to be talking about another quote from another philosopher, not a Frenchman this time, but a Canadian philosopher, 20th century philosopher, Marshall McLuhan, that does tie in very well to all the things we've been talking about regarding technology. So stay tuned, folks. You're going to really enjoy those. There's a lot to cover this week. Enjoy yourself a little bit as well. Thanks.